Hey, what is up, guys? It's your boy Kingdom Soldier, and I'm back again with another gameplay slash commentary. Oh my goodness, can you believe this? Number 4. The stories I have for you guys today are ridiculous, especially the last one, and I'm gonna save the best for last because it's so funny to me that if I say it right now, I won't be able to contain myself. I actually, every time I think about it, I just want to crack up laughing because of the ridiculousness. So the gameplay that you're watching is just some Domination on Dome. And I do want to give a shout out to King Beef. He actually has a channel on YouTube, and he goes bananas in this game. And you'll see the score at the end of the game. He gets a really good game. And so I'll put a link to his channel in the description. He's a pretty cool guy. I play with him every once in a while, and I was playing with him in this game, and he definitely tore up the other team. So the first story I'm going to start with for you guys today is kind of a small one, but speaks to the school system in China, which, if you guys don't know, it's been in the news recently that pictures of a teacher torturing students. And basically what has been found out is that that is kind of the way they educate in China. So the story I want to share with you guys is of a man who he's in central China, and he was like the bell ringer for a college entrance exam. So when they have their college entrance exams in China, they bring out, 1,000 students or more, and they all take these tests together. I guess you would compare it to like the SAT. And there's a bell that's rung at the very end, and when that bell is rung, it's like utensils down, like one of those cooking shows. And so this guy accidentally rang the bell 4 minutes and 48 seconds early by mistake. Now, remember what I just said. 4 minutes and 48 seconds early. So the students all get up from their tables. There's 1,050 students in this testing. This was back in June. The students get up from their tables and they turn in their test, and then someone somehow points out the fact that the test ended 5 minutes early. So the case goes to court, and they sentence this guy to 1 year in jail for ringing the bell early by mistake. Now, this is a 54-year-old man that probably has a family that is now spending time with criminals on a daily basis in jail, having to fend for his life because he accidentally rang the bell at the end of a college entrance exam 4 minutes and 48 seconds early. I just think this story is utterly ridiculous. Now, I don't know what would happen in America if something like that happened. Probably the students would thank the person for ending the test early. And it was funny because I was talking to my wife about it, and I was like, yeah, I'm sure everybody that was going to go to college went to college anyway. So that story is kind of ridiculous. You guys can chime in on your opinion of it. So the second story I want to share with you guys is kind of a weird one, and you can let me know what you think or what you would do. So basically, there's a casino in New Jersey, and they're suing some gamblers who won $1.5 million in one day. Now, this is a total of 14 gamblers won $1.5 million when they realized that the decks that were playing with on the game they were playing were not shuffled. So all the cards came out hand after hand after hand. They all came out in a sequential order. And these guys won 41 games in a row, racking up $1.5 million in a matter of hours. Now, the casino was so worried that they had security from all around New Jersey come down to this casino because they were sure that these guys were cheating, but they couldn't figure it out. So they let most of the guys leave with their money, and about 9 of the guys walked out of the casino that day with $580,000. Now, there's another 9 guys, or another 5 guys, that still have $980,000 in chips, and they're fighting to cash those chips in against the casino in court. My opinion on this is it's all the casino's bad. Now, the casino is trying to say that the players had an unfair advantage, but these players could not have known that these decks weren't shuffled. And the company that makes the decks has admitted that they sent the decks and the decks were messed up. But there's not the gamblers, in my opinion, if the cards were, it's like card laid, card played. I think the casino owes the gamblers the money. You guys can chime in. I'm sure you would probably say the same thing unless you own a casino. In this case, the house does not always win. So the next story I want to share with you guys, and this is a ridiculous one. This just happened actually recently. A man in Brazil was identified by his family. There was a body that was found in Brazil, and his family identified his mom and his brothers, his sisters. They identified the body as this man's body. And so this guy, they have his wake in Brazil, and you know, he's 41 years old, and he was a car washer, and they hadn't seen him in months, and so they were pretty convinced that this was this guy Gilberto, that this was his body. And Gilberto shows up at his own wake. And these are his exact words, and I'm quoting. This is what he says: "Guys, I'm alive. Pinch me." So a few people fainted, a whole bunch of people screamed and ran out of the wake because everybody thought that the person in the coffin was this guy Gilberto, but he walked in and said, "I'm alive, please pinch me." Now here's the hilarious thing. His mother, this shopkeeper, Maria, is saying that, you know, some people fainted and it was very scary, but I'm very happy that he was alive. My thing is, Mom, you didn't even recognize your own son? You identified your son as being dead? And a little tidbit that my wife was laughing about when she heard this story is that when the guy, Gilberto, when he heard that he was dead, you know, like any of us would do, he immediately tried to make phone calls to an acquaintance saying, "Hey, I'm alive, I'm not dead." But his friend thought it was a prank, so they went on with it, and, you know, of course, a very happy ending for the corpse of whoever it was has been returned to the morgue. Oh my gosh, this story is ridiculous. I don't know what I would do if I was at somebody's wake and then they showed up. Like, can you imagine, like, one of your family members, you know, you're just like, oh, you know, let's just not imagine as a family member. You know, nobody wants to imagine their family member being dead, but so let's just imagine an acquaintance that you have. You show up at their funeral or at their wake, and, you know, everybody's crying and mourning, and, oh, Gilberto, Gilberto. And Gilberto walks in and says, "Hey, what are you guys mourning about? I'm right here. Pinch me. I'm alive. This isn't a dream." This could be in a movie. I just think this is too hilarious. So, the last story of the day, and this is a doozy, and I'm going to try my best not to laugh my way through it. This is the epitome of a can you believe this story. A man in Oregon, and let me see if I can find this guy's name. His name is Devin. Mr. Devin. Oh, he's my hero. So a man in Oregon named Devin got braces on when he was 7 years old. He was a 7-year-old kid. He got his braces put on and kept them on for 11 years. This guy kept his braces on for 11 years. The average person keeps braces on for 2 or 3 years. He kept his braces on for 11 years because the doctor never called and told him to take off his braces. Oh my goodness. He didn't get his braces off until he was 18 years old, when he got a phone call from the doctor's office or the dentist's office saying, "We need you to get your son in here right now to remove his braces." This doesn't even seem realistic. So this guy went through all of high school and all of middle school with braces on, and here's the problem, and this is why he's actually suing the orthodontist for $185,000. And here's the problem, is that his teeth are very straight. They are extremely straight, but they're rotten. His teeth have rotted, and he's got periodontal disease and all this kind of stuff going on with his teeth because his dentist didn't call him to take off his braces. I couldn't write this, guys. I don't even know how this is possible. I almost want to, you know, I live in Washington State. I'm so close to Oregon. I almost want to go down to Oregon and just meet Devin and say, how did you keep your braces on for that long and not know? So that's the last of it. That's the end of Can You Believe This? Number 4. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you got as good of a laugh as I did. If you guys haven't been checking out my recent videos, please check them out. I started a new series actually called Pro Tips from a Non-Pro Player. Basically, I just am revealing some tips that I've learned watching pro players play. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Look at my man B, 55 and 18. This is Kingdom Soldier, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.